What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you be in the loop. Fam, if you want to join the channel, you want to become an official member of the channel, not just a subscriber, you can click that link underneath the video. Also, you may be able to see a button, a join button, if you're on your desktop or your laptop. Going in, fam, going in. I'll start with the obvious question. Why is this news? Well, it's the reason why I'm covering this is more so information, not necessarily news, right? It's news because people are talking about it. There you go. How about that? Now, as far as the interest level, you hear people say, well, I don't really care about that or won't, but obviously somebody cares about it because it's millions of people are talking about it, and this girl is trending heavily right now. Who am I talking about? Camille Simone Winbush, better known as Nessa from the Bernie Mac show. Now, the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because there's different levels to this, right? So on one level, you have so many women who are joining the OnlyFans, right? And who are willing to take off a little bit more, show a little more skin to get some bread, to get to the bread. On the other hand, there's this situation going on with celebrities where a lot of celebrities are doing this, quite frankly, because they're trying to get to the bag. Now, there are celebrities out there that already got the bag that's doing it, and that's just, in my opinion, being greedy. But and then some might say, well, that's just being a business person, whatever. But then there are others, I think, that are doing this because they're trying to get to the bread. Times are tough right now in the music industry. And this is why it's important, if you're going to be an artist, to diversify. So, the way I operate is this: like, I like to be in a position to say no. Not that I like saying no, but if I want to say no to something, I can say no and don't have to think about it twice. You can stand on your convictions a whole lot easier, a lot stronger, when you can say no to certain things. And a lot of times people say no. People can only say no when they're in a financial position to say no. I personally made up my mind that I'd say no, no matter if I'm broke. If I just got to go without, I ain't got it, then that's what it is. But for some people who take that chance, who will compromise their convictions, to pay the rent or whatever, sometimes you can't stroke it one broad brush, because once you get into that territory, you say, well, if you do that, if you compromise your integrity for this, then you'll do it for that, and then that. And next thing you know, you're in the, you're in a gutter somewhere, sucking off a homeless dude. Because when you just start talking about money and you'll do anything for money, if everything come down to just money and don't knock the hustle, then you'll do anything for money, right? So I just feel like if you don't know what you're going to do for money, you don't know what you will do for money, you better know what you won't do for money. You dig? And I made my mind up a long time ago, well before music. I had to be about 13, 14 years old, having this conversation with my brother, my oldest brother. And we would have these conversations all the time, like, what will you not do for money? What will you not do for money? So if you don't know what you will do for money, you better know what you won't do for money. And, I know that when it comes to taking your clothes off, being a little revealing or whatever, showing skin. You know, men and women are different in that regard. And personally, when I looked at the photos that Nessa did, I didn't think that they were too revealing. You know, I didn't really see it wasn't nearly as bad as some of this stuff some of these women be doing. I mean, they do it on Instagram. So, but having said that, she has had a clean cut image her entire career. And this is something I know for a fact she wouldn't have done 5 years ago. And again, going back, sometimes even if a woman got money, sometimes women like to show a little skin, you know, to celebrate their body. You know, like I know a lot of times dudes, and this is the trip part about all of this. As a man, we typically like to see a woman showing off her body, right? Especially if we don't know her. But when we see, a lot of times once we like make a woman, a young girl or whatever, we look at her and we say, well, she's virtuous, or she has this certain innocence about herself. And we don't want to see that in no other way. We don't want to think of her in no other way. So when we see something like OnlyFans, you know, we tend to, you know, sometimes get besides ourselves, right? And we think a little bit more critical, or we judge a little bit more critical. Am I right? Am I making sense? So this is just a conversation I wanted to open up. I think this is a good conversation. Everything ain't got to be about Trump said something crazy. This person, the police shot this dude, and this racist bastard over here, and you know, this one over there, and this one here. You know, this person got killed. Every topic ain't got to be about that. You know, the world that we live in has many facets, and it's quite possible to walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. That's for the ones out there that's saying things like, "Why is this news?" You know, like they want to see something. They want to see they always want to hear about tragedy, or they want to hear about, you know, how we just overcame something, you know, and how we're going to overcome something. And that's all fine. You know, I like hearing that type of stuff too. But life is like a roller coaster. It's not like riding on a train. It's more like riding on a roller coaster. So you got your ups and your downs and everything in between. Going into the comments. Who is this? Ricardo Coleman. What up? Joy Hall. What's up, Joy? If she wasn't Nessa from Bernie Mac, she'll just be another OnlyFans chick. Yeah, but she's Nessa from Bernie Mac. So it's kind of like a wasted statement, right? Angelique. What's up, Angelique? Love from Holland. Right back at you. If y'all want to see the pictures, fam, I couldn't put it on YouTube. YouTube, you know, like their community guidelines are very ambiguous. So it's very difficult to determine, you know, what is considered sexually explicit or not. You know, like I've seen billions of photos on YouTube of women in bikinis and dressed in various degrees of undress, right? And then when you post a photo of a woman in lingerie or a bikini, if she happens to be a little voluptuous or whatever, they turn that into something sexual. They can say it's, you know, it's you're violating their sexual guidelines. So, you know, is very vague. So I didn't even want to get into it. Don't want to risk it because they will give your channel a strike and they'll get on you. So if you want to check out the video, I mean, if you want to see the photos, all you got to do is just type in her name, just Nessa nudes, and you'll see the photos. Melvin Hill says, why is everybody tripping? She ain't no little girl no more. Yeah, how old is she anyway? Let's see, Nessa, Camille. Let's see, Camille Winbush. It's probably about 30. Oh yeah, 31, bam. 31, just turned 31, February 9th. Yeah. So she ain't no spring chicken. 31 years old, she is fully grown. Do what she want to do, huh? I'm looking at the ages of the other people that was on the show. The other little girl is 24 years old. That was her little sister that played her little sister. And then the guy who played her brother, Jeremy Sorez. Jeremy Sorez is 30. Wow. Well, that time ain't waiting on nobody. Yeah, she grown, so we can stop thinking about her as a little girl. She's grown. She can do what she want to do. And again, like the photos that I saw, unless there's some more, and I'm probably speaking too fast because there probably is some more. These are the photos that supposedly leaked onto Facebook. So there'll probably be some more that are even more revealing, right? I wouldn't be surprised either way. I think it's OnlyFans make it very luring for people to get on that platform. When you see somebody jump on OnlyFans and make $1 million in a day, and let's say a woman got the body and she can jump on there in her bikini or jump on there in her drawers, because a lot of them they actually literally show their drawers now. So if they can jump on there and do something they already doing on Instagram, maybe to do a little extra, pour a little chocolate down them, something like that. And make $1 million. Most people ain't gonna make $1 million. My homeboy client made $800,000. Stephen Belafonte's client, Malou, she made what, $800,000 in one day. I was like, damn, $800,000. $800,000, fam. Some people work 20, 30 years, don't make $800,000. It's a lot of money. 800,000 in one day, just showing pictures that they normally show on Instagram. The trip part about it is that it does come with a price, but some people don't care. But it does come with a price. I will warn you that it comes with a price. Even when the dude who you get that you like and y'all jump into a relationship, you got to understand, like a lot of times if you meet a dude, if you already doing that and you meet the dude that way, you have to understand when you got him, you was catering to his lowest nature. Because he saw you just like all other dudes saw you and was like salivating. Like, yeah, I want to get some of that. Damn, I want some of that. See what I'm saying? That's catering to a man's lowest nature. And let's say y'all hooked up and you saw something different in him and you like, yeah, I like him for real. I want to have a real relationship with him. And he want to have a real relationship with you. But remember, much of that real relationship is based on how he met you. So he's always going to have that image in his head that that's what you're about. Everybody just know what my woman look like, damn near naked. So now he tripping on certain things and you don't even understand why he tripping. Now he don't really want you to do them certain kind of poses. He don't want you wearing certain kinds of clothing, but that's how he met you. You not understanding that a man meeting a woman under those type of circumstances is not rooted in respect. You don't understand why he tripping. You just say you can't figure it out. God damn, you met me like this. What's wrong? I don't understand it. He's changed. No, he's always been that guy. He just did what he had to do to get you. Then he bait and switched. Similar to how a woman would do. Woman might do the same, like the same thing. That same woman could be dressed all provocative and all that kind of stuff. And once she hook up with the dude, now she want to fall back and she want to bait and switch and not be what she's showing, what she's been showing on the internet and everything. She want to be something different. And he's like, nah, I don't see you as something different. So you're going to create problems. So I'm just saying, fam. That's why if you look at all of these relationships where you see these girls who take off everything, you see these girls that are really loud and stuff like that, and they get into these relationships, you see all of these relationships are in and out. They're just pit stops. All of these relationships are just pit stops, because these relationships are not like starting on solid foundations. So they're already starting on shaky foundations already. So that's why they don't last. And people be, when you start a relationship on a shaky foundation, think about what I'm saying, fam. If that relationship is not built on a solid foundation, it's got cracks. And imagine moving into a house and you know that the foundation is got cracks, and you move into the house anyway. You're going to be trying to repair the cracks while you're still in the house. That's not going to work. Sooner or later, whole house going to be leaning to the left or leaning to the right. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Yeah, so relationships are a tough thing, like being in a relationship, no matter male or female, it's super, super tough these days because of the internet, and because a lot of people are basing their taste, their desires, they're basing what they want off of living vicariously through other people who are not even happy, other people who are not even sure what they want. A lot of these people, they get on the internet and they be faking it the whole time, just faking it. And then you start trying to model your relationship off of a fake relationship, and you wonder why it don't work. It's messed up, fam. It's messed up, but that's why it's important to have leaders, and it's important to have, to listen to people that you respect that's been where you're trying to go. A lot of times you ain't got to go no further than your mother or your father, So China Baby, she's 31. Jalen Harris, what's up? Jay back at it. Yeah. This is my first live in a while. I think it's been like 3-4 days. Seems like forever. Elisha Williams. Demetrius Henderson, what's up? Jay's Cleaning. The Admiral. Elisha said, I was taught to be a woman in the streets and a freak in the sheets. And pretty much, fam, I mean, that ain't changed. That has not changed for men. That to this day, that has not changed. I don't know why people be trying to change it. It ain't gonna change. It's never changed. A man want a freak in the sheets, and he want a woman in the streets. Period. He want a lady in the streets. Now he'll take a freak in the streets. He'll take one. He'll take a freak in the club, in the streets, in the alley, in the valley, wherever. He don't give a damn. It's a man. But having that one that you want to say, that's the one, that's something totally different. Having the one that you're going to say, that's the one, and the one that you respect, the one that you uplift, the one that you go out of your way for, that's a different thing. Sometimes I think women get it twisted. Some women, well, not women, but some women get it twisted. They think just because a man is having sex with them, that man, that they have that dude undivided attention. Sometimes, man, you could be married to somebody and not have their undivided attention. They go both ways. You can be married to somebody that don't want to see you win. Now think about what I just said. You can be married to somebody who don't want to see you win. You can be in a relationship, a committed, at least on your end, relationship with somebody who don't want to see you win. What's up, LaShawn Thomas? Yeah, man. Yeah, that cryptocurrency, that Bitcoin. I believe the Bitcoin took off again today. Let me look at that right quick. Okay, no. So it's been chilling for the last few days around right under 40, right under 50,000. Fam, let me tell y'all something about Bitcoin. I've been investing in Bitcoin for about 4 years. So I got in a while back. I also started investing in other altcoins, right? If you don't have Elon Musk money, you better be careful about jumping out there in that Bitcoin, putting too much money on there. Now, I'd say if you just want to get in on the craze, put a little something in, but I wouldn't put anything substantial in there, because I do believe that the people, for the big money, the people who have already was already in, that bought it at a good price, those are the people that's going to benefit the most. And those people who have hedge fund type money, like Elon Musk, they're the ones who are going to benefit, not the average retailer. So be careful out there with that Bitcoin right now. If you just want to invest in some crypto, I would say do your research and look into some other coins where your possibility of Xing more exists. Charlene, what's up, Charlene? What's up, Pat? Myrtle Beach, Florida, in the building. Again, fam, if you want to see those videos, not videos, if you want to see photos of Nessa, I keep saying Nessa, but Camille. If you want to see photos of Camille Winbush, all you got to do is type in Camille Winbush pictures, nude pictures, something like that, and you'll see what all the craze is about. You'll see why Twitter is tripping, and you'll see why she's trending. Definitely, she's being shown in a light we've never seen her. But again, to me, what she has on, what she's doing, is not too revealing. You do see her from a side view, where you see her buttocks, but she could very well have. You can see her from a side position, and she got a towel wrapped around her top portion, butt out. But if she turned, she could have a bikini on for all we know. So we've seen women that look like that. We've seen pics of women all over the internet like that. They've been clothed. So it's not really a lot to see. It's more than what you've ever seen from her, but it's not anything more than what you see already on the internet, especially on Instagram. I would be curious to know how much money she made, though. Conservative was a Conservation of Life Society. Conservation of Life Society, UK in the building. What's up? Brandon Dix, South Carolina. What's up? That's a good point. Miss Deluxe says, I think we're shocked like we saw Hannah Montana end and Miley Cyrus began. Yeah, began. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. You know, you see these kids, you know, they go from being little Disney kids to all of a sudden, you know, taking their clothes off and doing grown folks type stuff, dressing like grown women and, you know, wearing bikinis and doing nudes and stuff like that. And it's kind of like I guess a culture shock, right? So I think Miley Cyrus got us over it pretty fast. Same thing happened with Britney Spears. You know, she went from working like a slave to being a slave, I guess. Well, I wouldn't say working like a slave. That's kind of insulting, right? But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. That song she did, Slave. She wouldn't have been able to get away with that song today. People are way too sensitive. But you know, I personally, I could have done without her being like those photos of her, what I see in those photos. It's just like seeing like photos of Halle Berry, and I know some dudes, they want to see it. I mean, show me that. That's fine if that's how you are. But me, yeah, it's certain like certain celebrities that we have, you know, that carry themselves a certain way, and they're not out there doing the same thing everybody else is doing. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with knowing that we have some women out there that won't do that, you know, under any circumstances. Like, so when you see somebody like Chloe Bailey do it, you know, it's like, yeah. Personally, I could have done without. I ain't really need to see that. You know, it's like, even with Angela Simmons, you know, we saw Angela Simmons kind of grow up on Ron's house, right? And then to start seeing her kind of chunk herself on IG, just like, it's something that we could have done without. Personally, I could have done without. It's like I'm like looking like where we need. I think, you know, if women want to do that, that's fine. But I think, you know, like, I'm looking for like the balance, like where I think balance is what we miss, right? You know, like, I'm looking for more of those Cicely Tyson types who just under no circumstances would do it. You know, the Diane Carroll. I don't know of any explicit photos of Diane Carroll, you know? Yeah, I would like to see more of that. You know, we have our women who are classy, you know, who are regal, and they just wouldn't dare do those type of photos. I mean, you know, perhaps it's not that they're looking down on anybody. It's just that, you know, the way that they roll, that's just not them. You know, I think it's okay. It's cool to be that way and not talk down on anybody else. Just say, this is what I do. It's like if you're a rapper and you don't use cuss words. You ain't got to go around, man, see, I don't curse. You know, I don't curse. See, you know, and they be cussing and all. You ain't got to do that. Hey, the people, let the people speak. The people gonna speak on it. Everybody know you don't curse. All right, cool. Everybody know they curse. Cool. So just do you and let the people brag on you. Let the people handle it. They'll sort it out. The people will sort it out. It's like bragging like you got, it's like sometimes people bring me demos talking about, man, you got to check this out. It's jamming. Shh. Let the music speak for itself. You ain't got to say nothing. If it's jamming, I'll tell you it's jamming. The music, let the music speak. Bill, nah, the Wi-Fi guy. What's up, Bill? Serena in the building. Sister Christian. What's up, Sister Christian? You know what tripped me out, fam? And you know, I'm just not one of those dudes who think that convictions are compromised by the times. I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in changing with society, like change, like you changing your. I think it's cool to change business models to change, and you know, it's cool to change your car, change the way your house is styled or decorated and stuff like that, your clothes, but to change your convictions, like what you stand for, what you stand on, with just because the times are changing, I don't believe in that. I don't rock like that. And it ain't no amount of public pressure can make me change my mind. I just don't rock like that. So to this day, it's weird to me to see regular women on Instagram in their drawers. I know drawers is, it's really very, very similar to bikinis, but a bikini is a bikini. It's not underwear. It is a bikini. And it's something different when you got lace on and you on Instagram lying out and your legs open and that stuff, man. I just think it's too much, fam. I think that men can see what you're working with. It's just like a woman can see what a man working with. A woman can tell if a man is in shape when he got his clothes on. She can tell he's in shape without seeing him wearing some skinny jeans or a muscle shirt, busting out like the Incredible Hulk. She could tell. But hey, man, see, these days you get persecuted for saying what I just said. I think it's called underwear because you're supposed to wear it under. It's like it just tripped me out. Like it's like what happened to like putting on some clothes? That was a time when you would, a female wouldn't be caught dead letting a stranger see her in underwear. Even her own family members or something, you wouldn't see her in her underwear. Now they just start filming. Check me out in the underwear. They come to the door. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me put on some clothes. Hold on. Put the chain on the door, whatever. Shut the door, whatever. Lock it. Let me go get dressed, get right. Okay, cool. All right, now you can see. Now it's just like in their underwear, they're just posing. I think perhaps Instagram fooled a lot of people too, because it's a thin line between being a model, a real model, and being on the Instagram posing like a model. And most of these girls, they call them IG models, but they're just women. Like you know what? Every cute girl is an Instagram model. Like every dude is a rapper now. You know, everybody's a rapper. Every dude is a rapper. Every girl is an IG model. If a girl got a nice body, she an IG model. If a dude has ever did a Mother Goose rhyme, if he ever said a rhyme with his name in it, if he ever walked into a studio and sat in a session, he's a rapper. Like everybody, I mean, everybody is a rapper. Cats used to get killed, they say, they call him a drug dealer, but drug dealer ain't sexy no more. Calling somebody a drug dealer after they get killed ain't sexy like saying that they're a rapper. Rapper catch the headlines. Drug dealer don't. A lot of these dudes are just regular drug dealers rapping on the side, just going to the studio, hanging around the studio. They're not rappers. Personally, I think that nobody should be called a rapper unless they getting a 1099 for rapping. Unless that's how you pay your bills, rapping. If you paying your bills with something else, if something else pays your bills, you're not a rapper. If rap pay the bills, you're a rapper. You know, they don't even call lawyers. You're not called a lawyer until you get your degree and pass the bar. You're not called a doctor until you get your degree. They don't call a med student a doctor. If a med student gets killed, they'll say a med student, or they'll say, they just say the person's name, and then they say he went to medical school at such and such. But they don't call him a doctor. But when it comes to rap, every damn body that get killed is a rapper now. Every single person get into a fight, squabble, rob a bank, domestic issue is a rapper. So we got a slow poke in here. Somebody said, can't get mad at the facts. If you're talking about getting mad at the facts that everybody is a rapper, that ain't the facts, homie. If you're not, you obviously you're not listening. Everybody ain't a rapper. That's like saying everybody that stops a burglar or a criminal is a cop. I don't think a woman is a model unless she get paid to model. That's all she do. That's what you do. That's how you eat. That's how you eat, modeling. You in magazines, you're in newspaper spreads, you're on the runway. Some of these girls call themselves models. They ain't never even been on a runway. They don't even know how to walk. They don't even know how to walk a runway. And sometimes you see them in these little knockoff fashion shows, and they can't even walk. They walking like a football player. But hey, man, that's what it is today. I don't think nothing's gonna change it. That's the way it is. And I don't know how long it's gonna last, But that's what we are, fam. Sean Knight, what up? Terrence. All right, fam, that's my time. I'm gonna check the comments one last time. Make sure y'all smash the likes up, fam, on your way out. In fact, make sure you smash the likes up on your way in. Anytime you see one of my videos, fam, as soon as you come on the site, smash up the likes. Just hit that like button. Introvert king. Adults can do what they want, so no judgment on that. The problem I do have with it are the young girls who are watching and being influenced by the garbage they see. We are destroying our babies' minds. They are destroying their babies' minds. I'm investing in mine. I'm good over here. But I get your point, bro. But I ain't taking nobody else's problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't taking the blame for somebody else's bullshit. Trust me. Because there's too many people out here that's doing bullshit, and I ain't finna be like we every time these fools do something stupid. Like, I'm making progress. So they not finna take my shine away from me. They're on their own. What's up, Jonathan Israel? Appreciate you. But I hear you, IK, I hear you. Who is this? CAMM? What is that? You say you're not a model, but most of your pics have a toilet seat in them. Real talk. Real talk. I wonder how, like, real models, like those supermodels and stuff, I wonder how they really feel about IG models. Because a lot of those IG models, they're eating for real. Like, they eat better than some of the real models. So I just wondering what they think about that. Same thing with comedians. Some of the IG comedians, they're eating they're eating good. They're eating better than a lot of like real solid comedians who can get up on a stage and run a show for a whole 45 minutes to an hour straight and kill it. Stand-up comedy is a lot different from IG comedy. IG is a bunch of skits and, just doing, silly things and a lot of buffoonery and stuff. And a lot of it is just mocking people, reenacting stuff. But it takes real skill to be a comedian. Like, I'm talking about a stand-up comedian. That takes real skill. That ain't nothing to play with right there. And I've seen IG models bomb. IG comics bomb, at these comedy shows. Now, they'll get booked, but then once they go out and the people see them out there for real, it's hard to get them back on another show because they'll get people will show up to the show expecting to see what they saw on Instagram or whatever. They expect them to at least get that consistent funny that they saw on Instagram. And then it's like, it's a whole nother world. And I've seen those IG comics be like, I don't want to go back in there. Yeah, that's some serious stuff. That stand-up comedy ain't nothing to play with. Them boys that can really do stand-up comedy, I salute them. That stand-up comedy is real. Yeah. All right, fam. So that's it for me. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Until next time, no more talk.